He said, a certain pastor says, prosperity gospel has become an archaic. It's no more relevant. Maybe to him, it's no more relevant. But as far as the kingdom of God exists, prosperity is a paramount in the life of everything. One of the major things that you must consider is prosperity. Now, in the realms of the spirit, the dollar, the euro, the pounds, we don't see it like that. We see it as a current, like a voltage, a power that flows. So in the realms of the spirit, within the ethereal realm, in the infinite wisdom of God, he has created spirit entities. Now let me use my life story. The other time, I told you a revelation that I had where a luminous being appeared to me in the morning about 9:30 about, when I was actually getting myself prepared to go to church. And a luminous being appeared to me. And this particular being, when he came, he was holding a golden censer. Like those of you who have attended Catholic and then Roman Catholic and then Anglican, you know that they have some censers that they use to burn incense and frankincense in the church. Now, with that of this particular spirit being, he was holding a censer, and a nice fragrance was coming out of the censer. It was like he was burning incense. So when he descended from the cloud, he walked directly. At the initial stage, I fell on my face, and then I prostrated my face. And then when he walked close to me, he said that I'm not supposed to do that because he is a servant like how I am. Now, in my mind, I wasn't prostrating because I was making the angel my God, but rather I was prostrating to give him that maximum respect. But because he is an angel, so he didn't like it in that way. So he actually tapped my shoulder, where he basically took me around, showing me some certain things. After we are done taking a short perambulation around that particular vicinity, he brought me back and took me to a room where the room was fully filled with fruit, different kinds of fruit. And all this fruit represents the 70 nations that the Lord shared among the 72 princes. So it was basically a blessing from each of the land that he brought to me. So the question in here is that if prosperity is not that important, why would God intentionally create a spirit being to oversee the prosperity and the farewell of humanity? Because after all, if what we claim being it that is of no necessity, why would God create a spirit who oversees the things of prosperity, wealth, and riches? Personally, as I speak with you currently, I have fought a good fight to receive 13 spirits from the Holy One. And if time permits us, I will take you through all these 13 spirits and what they do for me. And those of you who have monitored me for quite long, you could see clearly that any of the spirit that I'll speak about, when you look at me and you have probably studied me well, you see that you will find the seed of that particular being in me. 13 good spirit from all angles. He gave me that power. 13 good spirit. He gave me 13 good spirit. So in that case, if prosperity is not paramount in the life of humanity, why would God create that kind of spirit? Why would God create that kind of spirit? We know very well that people have navigated to an illicit path where they have been using a dubious means to extort money. But inasmuch that there are people who have navigated to that path, we have a genuine path over there. The life of the believers has belittled the prosperity of God. Most of you people think what the Lord is capable of is all about living a righteous life or maybe going to heaven. That is it all. That is what you people have been made to believe. But that is not the truth. The blessings of the Lord exist, and it is very real. I can prove it to you. I can make you taste it. I can make you taste it. The prosperity of the Lord is there. I can put my life on the line and challenge you everywhere that you take me to. The prosperity of the Lord is there. There are different levels, different categories of blessings, different kinds. All angles, anything that has to do with the farewell of humanity, there is a spirit over there. Majority of the pastors, our predecessors, who actually preached the gospel from the year 1800 to the 1900, majority of these preachers, they were not having the power to bless people. That is why they went about emphasizing on living a righteous life and how to go to heaven, because they were not given the power to preach what they were not having. I'm telling you, majority of the people were not having the power to pronounce the blessings of the Lord over people. So because you were not having it, you have to sideline it in all your ministry, just to devalue the essence of prosperity. Because at the end of the day, if you hit on hard for people to recognize and realize from their sleeping state that prosperity is important and they must ask the Lord for it, when they sit under you and you don't have that unction, that particular anointing on you, how would you be able to meet these people? So to avoid any future catastrophe where people will question you, you must totally silence what we call prosperity from your ministry. That is why our predecessors, they went about preaching the gospel in such a way that as if the spirit of the Lord doesn't have any prosperity. If you want prosperity, you must go to the devil. That is why many people are performing all sort of rituals just because they want money. But if we are talking about a clean, a clear, and a transparent spirit who gives money, prosperity, and wealth, we are talking about the spirit of the Lord. A clean spirit. You are not going to share any innocent blood. You're not going to do or perform any dirty ritual stuffs. Clean. Why should I kill my fellow human? Why should I sacrifice a goat for a lesser deity? Why should I walk to a deity somewhere and sacrifice a goat or whatever? A request for, what do you call it, money. At the end of the day, what will happen is that if you are not able to continue by providing the goat or a sheep to sacrifice to appease this particular god, it means that particular god cannot bless you again. That particular god cannot keep on pumping money to your end. The reason why I don't like those things is because of that. Because when you go to Antoine for help, at the end of the day, what will happen next? What will happen is that if you are not able to go every year or every month to pay your dues, at the end of the day, there will be a catastrophe or calamity. So me, I don't bow to any spirit, but I am a real living testimony of the goodness of the Lord. I'm telling you, me, I don't brag. I can prove to you that indeed the blessings of the Lord is real. So when I see people arguing about these issues, it makes me laugh. It makes me to laugh. It makes me laugh. Oh my goodness, I love the Lord. So you see, I am a type that after this particular luminous being visited me, when he basically took me around to show me things, after we were done with that, he took me to a room that was fully filled with what we call fruit, different kinds of fruit, and the fruit was 70 in number, and the 70 fruit represents the 70 nations that was founded by our Father. So he used a fruit from each of this particular land to represent the nation. So the spirit who came told me that he has been instructed for the Lord. He has been instructed by the Lord to bless me, to hand down the keys of this particular 70 nations. The keys to the 70 nations on earth. They gave it to me freely as a gift. If I'm lying or trying to throw dust into your eyes, may the Lord punish me. This is not a fabricated story. It's a genuine thing that I'm telling you from my own perspective, from my own experience. I'm not fabricating a story. It is something that I experienced for real. It was then that I went to a village to go and do fasting. At that time, when the angel showed me this particular vision, he went ahead by saying that the time for me to use the key to open certain doors to access the blessings that lives within or lies within that room, it is not due. So based on that, I waited for about a year, and still it hadn't come into manifestation, or it hasn't come into fulfillment. This is what led me to go into the bush and fast over there. So I fasted. I went on dry, without water, nothing. Then, after some period of time, I experienced a supernatural move where at the surroundings where I was actually having my fasting, the trees over there started shaking. This is not a spiritual thing, it's a physical thing that I experienced. The trees around started shaking seriously, and some of them were breaking. This was where a luminous being, he was aged. A luminous being, he was aged. He appeared from the clouds. He appeared from the cloud, descended down, and shook my shoulders. The very moment he got closer to me, I felt certain move. At that particular moment, it's like I was extremely tired and I can't even move myself. Being paralyzed, completely paralyzed, lying on the ground. So when he got closer to me, he touched my shoulders. This is not a fabricated story. It's a mere thing. Something that happened, a real thing, a real thing. He touched my shoulders. Then he told me, at the initial beginning, he didn't tell me where we were going. But I realized after he touched my shoulders, the spirit in me left my body. And then he shook my shoulders and ascended to the higher ends of the cloud. I saw different kinds of gates that was opening. This is where they took me to a room, a very big room, not an ordinary room where you can, like your living room. No, a big room. I saw it like we are in a living room, like a hall. But with the issues of this particular hall, it is bigger than the entire Ashanti region. It is bigger than the entire Ashanti region. But I saw it that it's like a hall. Then they told me to stand in a whitish thing. That thing is very beautiful. And they said I should bath in that. And I started bathing in that particular bowl. It was like a basin in a golden form. So when I touched the substance that was in this particular basin, it was like gold dust, but it emits some sweet fragrance. And they told me to bath the entire body with it. So I was picking it with my hands, like how after you are done bathing, you use your hands to be fetching water, especially those of you who doesn't have shower and stuff in the house. You use your hands to be fetching the water just to wash yourself. That's exactly what happened. So I was bathing in it, right from my head to my feet. So I asked this particular old man, and then he told me that because of what I have bathed with, anything that I touched with my hands, that thing must become successful. Anybody who gets closer to me with a clear conscience, that thing must transfigure in the realms of the spirit to materialize physically as cash in whatever endeavors that the person has undertaken. So he told me, he says, it is gold dust. Anybody who gets closer to you, no matter how difficult the person is going through, no matter the financial crisis the person finds his or herself in, things must change. He said that to me. He says, it is not everyone, 1 in a million, that always get this particular opportunity. The other time when I was narrating this particular story, I stopped. I didn't go into details. I told you that sometime I'll find time to narrate everything to you, and I'm saying it to you today. He told me, he says, this particular thing, it's like an altar. You have birth in it, and everybody who gets closer to you must prosper. If only the person is having positive intention. But if the person is having negative intention, that particular particles will tend to be like fire, and that particular fire will consume everything that the person has. That is why majority of the people who gets closer to me and they tend to misbehave, at the latter part of their life, they will see themselves in a serious financial crisis. It's not because of anything. It's because of that sparkles, that particles that has been transformed into fire to burn you. If you don't know, let me tell you, the blessings of the Lord is real. The blessings of the Lord is real. The blessings of the Lord is real. Now, that thing, after that, he took me to a different room. He took me to a different room, and I saw 13 spirit beings. I saw 13 spirit beings. And then he introduced me to all these spirit entities. And when I get to each of them, they are 10. They will mention their name and tell me what they are capable of. Then they'll tell me that they have been instructed to follow me to the planet Earth and make sure in all my endeavors, they see it to it that I become successful. Till the day that I will leave the planet Earth, as far as I'm still alive, that spirit always comes 24/7. I'm telling you the truth. I will never add any cook-up story. If I do it, may I be punished forever. I will never add any story. This is a real thing. This is a real thing. That is why I'm so relaxed in life. I don't necessarily pay attention to certain things. I don't care much about going to stand on a pulpit to be preaching and then receiving some chicken changes. No. There is something that I have. So, sister, the Spirit of the Lord is real. I can make you taste it. I can make you feel it. I can make you experience it. I'm telling you the truth. So basically, this particular spirit, I saw the first one, and he appears like an old man, but he is very tall. An old man, but he is very tall. And he said he has been charged to receive any pronouncement of blessings that I'll make. Either I'll make that particular pronouncement unto myself, or probably make a pronouncement unto anybody that I deem it fit. It has been ordained in the jurisdiction of that luminous being or that old man to make sure that particular pronouncement materialized. He picks every statement that I'll make and make sure he manifests it into physicality. So when I say the Lord should bless you, if I declare or if I pronounce blessings over your life, he will make sure that particular said blessing that I've pronounced over your life, it materializes. And it is not everybody that has it. It is not every man of God that has it. That is why so many men of God have become criminals, staging miracles and stuff. Because once you stage a miracle, once you forcefully proclaim that this is what the Lord has done through certain people who have been paid to be used in staging false prophecies, false miracles, and giving out false testimonies. I don't do that. I don't see the essence of indulging myself in that particular act. What do I need? Why I should enter into that realm? To be staging false miracles, giving false testimony. What exactly do I need? So I can never call you that, OPATAFUOR, I have done this or pronounced this particular blessing onto your life, and then this particular spirit will say, I will not allow it, or he will not work towards it. An old man. I don't operate with young angels. I don't operate with young angels. I operate with old men. Some of you people, you are very funny. If I want to bless you, I do it in a wonderful way. Not like what these people have been doing. If I want to. I shook hands with all these 13 spirits. And then right after that, they took me to a different process. Right after that, they took me to go and meet a Hayot. And that Hayot, he has 4 lion head. They took me to go and have an encounter with 4 lion, a spirit being who is a Hayot. And the Hayot is what you people call as the living creature, the 4 living creatures. But with the issues of this one, the senior among the Hayot, they took me to go and see him, for him to plant a seed in me. Now, this particular Hayot, what he has 4 heads, like 4 lion heads, 4 human heads, 4 eagle heads, and 4 calf heads. Now, this Hayot planted a seed like ice, and then he told me that this world is darker than how I see it to be. So this particular eye is going to guide me throughout this world till the day I'll leave the planet Earth. There is nothing that somebody would do to hide anything from me, but I must make sure to comport myself. Sometimes, majority of the things that I'll see, I must make sure to overlook it. Pretend as if I have not seen it, because a lot of people are going to misbehave. And if care is not taken, I'll be fighting them, because every secret move, anybody who gets closer to you or people who are afar, once they open your mouth and mention the name of OPATAFUOR, we will send you a signal and tell you that this is exactly what they are saying about you. And I have been able to protect that particular eye for since the day they gifted it to me. So sometimes I can allow you to be misbehaving, pretending as if I've not heard what you are saying about me. But the day I'll decide to reveal everything You might think it is somebody close to you who has come to disclose all to me, but I know it. That makes me a father. That makes me a leader. I'm not supposed to fight. I'm not supposed to respond to anything that you say. But in as much that I don't question you, I don't attack you, I don't literally respond to what you are doing, your actions, it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't know. I know it. If you're a fetish priest, if you're a Zangoma, if you're a witch doctor, I have that gate. The very day you mention my name, this particular Hayot will send a signal and communicate to me that this is what they have said about you. That makes me the seer. If you called me a seer, this is what makes me a seer. I see beyond. You can't hide anything. If I don't see in the realms of the spirit, I would have been killed by now. You know very well that the kind of message that I bring out, it is very sensitive and dangerous. If you don't know the power of God, just keep your mouth mute and say whatever that you think you know and go. But don't try to downgrade the capabilities of the Holy One, because he is capable more than everything. That is why I said that if I am to remove the spirit in me and give it to you, you go mad instantly, because you can't carry it. It is too heavy, it is too dangerous, too powerful. They give me a asthma. They gave me a asthma, the senior among the asthma. Anybody who has ever gotten close to me will attest to this fact. If I lie, may I remain a curse forever. But the Lord gave me a asthma, and this particular asthma, anytime that I put on a cloth like this, the power of the asthma enters the cloth, and if you mistakenly touch it, it will shock you like electric. So most often, I must make sure that when I remove my cloth for somebody to go and wash it, I must make sure to withdraw all the energy that has been imbued in it. Those of you who have gotten close to me, close, they will attest to this fact. Even my bed, sometimes it shocks. It gives shocks. You know, you'll be there and the bed will be shocking you just like that. My bed spread, sometimes it shocks. And you will not understand. If you don't know the power of God, keep your mouth shut, because the power of God is really there. I don't fabricate story. I don't fabricate story. That is why when it comes to OPATAFUOR and human dealings, I am very careful, because how the Lord has prepared me, if care is not taken, I might use the power to abuse people, and I don't want to be noted for that. That is why I give each and every one the room. I have to. They gave me what I am to say and what I am not to say. So anytime I want to get closer to humans, every day, anytime that I want to get closer to human, when I'm going out, I must make sure I do the needful to reduce the energy in me and bring it down. If a woman is getting closer to me, I must make sure to reduce the energy. You don't know. You don't know anything. You are just there talking. You talk, blah, 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 blah. I see so many men of God who the AI has become their Holy Spirit now. It is AI who gives them topics. You are a joke. I don't do AI thing over here. I don't do AI thing over here. I don't do AI thing here. That is why I can choose to do whatever that pleases me. Reverend Stephen and Danny says, thanks. Thanks that Daniela Puzon, is it Pazon, has won the council here in Naples. Munanu di Napoli. Hey, Minia, me Italy, Diamantio. This is Italiano, right? Now, when you told me, I told you everything will be fine. When you send me the message, I said it's granted. So victory is for the person. So go ahead. I just watched the preachings of some of these pastors, and it's as if they were ordained by antelopes. Because some of their sayings, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Some of the things that they say, it doesn't make sense. It's as if they were ordained by antelopes, or maybe probably a cricket, because a cricket makes a lot of noise. Now, they gave me a tank. They gave me a tank. And the tank, it points to 12 direction. When they were preparing me, they gave me a tank. They gave me a tank, a particular tank that points to 12 direction. And you know why? This tank is the tank of the senior most among the seraphims. And that tank, they told me to be very careful. They told me not to be cursing anyhow. If anybody tempers with me, if anybody gets me angry, and mistakenly I'm not able to hold my breath, and I curse the person, within 12 hours, if I didn't do it intentional, I should make sure to sit down. And they showed me a ritual to perform to reverse the curse. Or after 12 hours, there's nothing that I can do. They assume what I'm saying is final. And then they will put a stamp on it. And there is nothing you can do. So sometimes I watch some people, I say, you don't push me if I curse you. If any bishop is hiding anywhere, there are so many pastors who sometimes I watch some pastors and they are misbehaving in this country. Some pastors who have misbehaved before me, and I have pronounced a curse on them. Till as I speak with you, they have not been able to revoke the curse. They are still suffering. They pretend publicly, but behind the scenes, people who are close to them gives me information 24/7. It says these people can weep the whole day. Why? Some of them, they have regretted having banter with me. You don't know. Sometimes you joke and I just watch you. That is why I always point my hands to my chest and say that there is no pastor that's in this world. Currently, if I want to hunt you down, I can't hunt you down. And there is no pastor that if I want to bless you, I can't bless you. No matter the demons, the principalities, or the witches who are fighting you, I don't care. Once I give a command, all weapons functioning against you must be brought to an end. They will cease. They will tell themselves that somebody has spoken. Do you know how many pastors that I have destroyed? Do you know how many pastors that OPATAFUOR I have destroyed? They thought they were powerful because they were having some 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 church members. Because so in their mind, because they have gone for crowd pulling spirit, crowd pulling power. So in their mind, they think they are powerful. Let me tell you, crowd pulling spirit is nothing. Once you are able to pull a crowd to your end, you can use manipulations and stage force miracles and stuff like that to pull a crowd to your end. In as much you are able to manipulate systems to favor you, it doesn't mean that you are powerful. Get this into your thick skull. I can tell you a prophet, even if you are not a prophet. I can tell you instantly and impact power, and you start working miracles. There are so many people who have come to me. I turn them instantly to prophet. I turn them, give them ears, give them eyes. And these are all the doings of the Lord. You think there's no power there? The power of God is there. Do you know the number of times that people have pronounced curses over my life, and at the end of the day, they are the ones suffering? Do you know the number of times people have sacrificed animals, cows, sheep, different forms of animals? Do you know the number of times that people have buried humans because of me? They want to bring me down. High-end secret society. And I'm still alive. I don't care about them. If you provoke me, I will open my mouth and use the 12th tongue and cut you into pieces, and nobody can piece you together. I'll make you to become like a broken glass. When once a glass is broken, you can't piece it together and make it look like an original bottle. And that is me. I don't fear anybody. I'm not being intimidated. No demon, no principality, no witchcraft. If you think you have the links, you should come. Me, I'm always open to everybody 24/7. I am open. If you think you have gone to see any spirit under the sea, and that spirit is bragging that he can bring me down, please. I have offered myself. I have offered myself. Bring me down. You don't know. Power belongs to Elohim. So the power of God is real, okay? I'm begging you. The power of God is real. The power of God is real. The power of our Lord is so real. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, they gave me a senior prince. They gave me a senior prince. And this particular senior prince, he is a spirit being whose cloth is woven with gold and silver. And he is the prince to which all the 70 princes of the 70 nations, they report to him. The 70 princes of all the 70 nations, they report to this particular. They report to this particular prince. And this prince, I have his seal, his password, I have his name. So if I feel like I need pounds, I will just tell him I need pounds. If it is euro, I'll tell him he must make sure he gets me euro at a within a space of time. He must give me that which I'm looking for within a space of time. There is no country, all the 70 nations, their princes, they report to this particular one. And I have his seal. He was wearing a cloth like kente, which is gold, and one is silver. And he says he is the one who champions all the blessings that circulates on earth through all the 70 nations that has their altar before the Lord. Can't you see Opatafuo is too gangster? He doesn't care about anything. Now, you the Americans, you the UK people, you the Germans, people living in France, how many of you people have called me and you have been able to get access to me? I'm asking you this question. Compare me to these Ghanaian pastors. You flash a Ghanaian pastor, he will call you back. Why? Because he needs favor. He needs money. He prophesied, and at the end of the prophecy, he will tell you to sow a seed. I have never done that. There was a guy in Accra who was using my number, the same number. He was having 0540770897. 0540770897. And my number was 0540770896. So the guy was using the same number as my own, and he was telling people to sow a seed. And later on, they reported that to me. But you see, Americans, Germans, the UK, the Italianos, the Portuguese, and all people living in diaspora, the only charge that they have against Opatafuo is when you call him, he doesn't pick. If I'm lying, confess this at the comment section. The only charge they have against Opatafuo is when you call Opatafuo, he doesn't pick. Now sit down and ask yourself, if it is money that I'm looking for, then when you flash me, I will even call you back, pray for you, and tell you to sow a seed. By virtue of that, I am generating money. But you know that Opatafuo, you not even get me. You see, people are saying it. It's true. Now tell me the country that you are living. Thousands of people living in America, they have issues with me because when you call Opatafuo, you're not going to get me. If it is money, my brother, my sister, I would have been on the line 24/7. Even when you flash me, I'll call you or flash you back. Then pretend to be praying for you. You know, you people, you need prayers, especially those of you who are living in diaspora. You need prayers. So I will intentionally be saying, "Oh, Andorobo Senterebe, break and loose." Then I'll tell you in the rest of the spirit, I'm seeing some caricature spirit that is manipulating against you. I want you to sow a seed of this type, and I'm using the money to go and do something for you spiritually. When was the last time you saw me saying nonsense of this type? Ask yourself, when was the last time you saw me saying nonsense of this sort? I've never done that before. You people are attesting to the fact. All the people living in America, living in Germany, UK, Italy, Spain, how many times have you seen me doing that? I don't even pick my calls. It doesn't mean people doesn't call me. I'm telling you, when I wake up in the morning, more than 300-400 calls every day. When I give you my phone, you can't handle it. A lot of calls every now and then. You people watching me right now, you will attest to this fact. Do you know the number of ministers who calls 24/7 and they don't get me? Ministers, MPs, rich men in a society. Do you know the number of people who wants to get close to me? So if it is money, I'm telling you that, oh, I'll come and broscoto some tongues to be onto your life, and then at the end of the day, I'll use that particular tongues to generate money. Because once you have called me, you must honor me. So when I pray, after I'm done with the prayers, when I tell you to pay something, you're going to pay it. You're not going to hesitate. But when was the last time you saw me doing that? Can't you see Opatafuo is different? Can't you see Opatafuo is different? Oh, my goodness. Do you know the Saha Osha? Have you seen the Saha Osha before? Have you seen the Saha Osha? Have you met him before? How does he look like? We call him the Prince of Wealth, the champion who oversees the wealth of all the 70 nations. Now, I actually had an encounter with a different spirit. And this spirit, he gives a liquid asset. The Lord gave me a spirit that gives a liquid asset. I'm telling you, I will never lie to you. I will never lie to you. He gave me a spirit that gives a liquid asset. So sometimes I don't need to tell you certain things, okay? I don't need to tell you certain things. I don't need to tell you things. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Some of you, I just watch you and you think OPATAFUOR is in for some chicken changes. May the Lord open your eyes to see what I can do. Tinedu says, Papa, please, what is liquid asset? Liquid asset is any ejapade which is in the form of cash or can be turned into cash. The reason why I don't live in Canada, Germany, I don't do church anymore, but I can show you $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 cash. I can show you to you like that. It is called liquid asset. It is called liquid asset. I have a spirit being who can give you a liquid asset. Life. This is no fake story. This has nothing to do with scandals. This has nothing to do with scamming somebody. No. A liquid asset. When we say a liquid asset, any investment or anything that can be turned into cash quickly, like gold, diamond, all these are liquid investment or liquid asset. So when you pick the gold, you can use it. Or having any sort of thing that you can get money from. So when may the Lord open your eyes. May the Lord open your eyes from the rubbish you have been taught so many years ago. Five days. Within the space of 5 days, do you know how much I have spent? Within the space of 5 days, from 20th, today happens to be what? Today is 26th May. Today is 26th May. Within the space of 5 days, do you know how much I have spent? Do you know how much I've spent? Do you know how much I have spent? The Lord showed me a flower. The Lord showed me a flower, and water was coming out of the flower. The flower was so beautiful, and the flower, there was water that was actually coming from the flower. And then I was just looking at the flower. And then the Lord said, no, before the angel told me what the flower is capable of, I thought it was a mere flower, like how a flowering plant looks like. Until when this particular flower decided to talk. Until when this particular flower decided to talk. Then I realized that this is not a mere flower, but it is something. Then the angel told me that this is a spirit being who flows a liquid acid. Take his seal, take his password and his holy name. Take it. When you need a liquid acid, pray, tell him this, and he cannot resist you. My dear, life is not the way you think. I'm telling you the truth. A day is coming, all of you, those who are following me, you will never see me. A day is coming, you will not see me. A day is coming that you will never see me. You just mark what I have just said somewhere. It is better to collect whatever that you want before that particular day comes. Now, let's see something. Let me show you something. Now, have you seen this? Please, what is today's date? Today is 26. Now, this is 20th of May, 2026. That day, 180,000 Ghana cedis is gone. Now, 20 feet, which is the space of 5 days, another 100,000. So 280,000, convert it into dollars. Do I work at the bank? Do I work? Now on the 16th, I spent 52,000. So the question is, do I work at the bank? Do I work at the bank? Do I work at the bank? Do you think those of you who were in Zenith, when Zenith of Heavens was there, how much do you get at the end of every Sunday? Those who were counting church money in Zenith, give it at the comment section. I'm not afraid. I don't care. I can pick the book that has records. I swear by the living Lord, I can bring the church, the Zenith of Heavens ministry, their church offertory that they get every Sunday to come and show you. All the records is there. If they have ever had even 10,000 or 20,000 Ghana cedis on Sunday service, if they have ever had that, apart from 31st night, where everybody comes and they give offertory, or we appeal for fun, or we solicit for fun on 31st. Apart from that, Sunday, believe me, I will never lie to you. Sometimes my offering in the church is sometimes 2,000 Ghana, 1,500, 3,000 Ghana. If I lie, may the Lord kill me. The whole Zenith. When you enter the auditorium, it is blinking, nice, highly dressed. You think I'm cashing out over there. But there was nothing like that. I was not bothering my church members with money. Apart from 31st, where everybody feels like it is at the end of the year, so they must sow a seed. Apart from that, on Sundays, I have announced in a church that it is not by force to give tithe. Those who want it, they can give it. And when they give you the tithe, do you know that somebody can use 10 cedis or 20 cedis as tithe? I'm telling you the truth. Somebody can use 10 cedis or 20 cedis as tithe in Zenith. So my question is, Where do I get money? My friend, think. Where do I get money? But every day, every Sunday, there is new development in the church. Where do I get this particular money? Apart from sometimes on Sundays, you people who are living in abroad, those of you who are watching me in overseas, you attest to the fact that sometimes you give money to some of your siblings or your neighbors or your children to come and give it to me. And even some of you people, the money you give to your sibling or your family to bring to OPATAFUOR, they go and chop the money, they squander the money and frame up a story. Several times people have given money to people to bring to me, and those people have gone to squander the money, and they fabricate a story that they have given the money to OPATAFUOR. This is a real thing. There was a guy who came to the church to come and beg because he became crippled. Why? Because when they give him money, he will squander the money, then he will fabricate story and tell the brother in abroad that he has come to give the money to me. And the brother was offended. So you have given this series of money to OPATAFUOR, and OPATAFUOR has not even able, or he has not been able, he is not bothered to even send me a WhatsApp message to tell me that he has received the money. Me too, I didn't know anything. He has been giving money to his own brother to come and give it to me. And the guy has been squandering the money, lavishing the money on girls. Majority of the people, during my peak, majority of the people, you sent money to your sisters, your brothers. Then they squander the money. Then they fabricate a story and tell you that they have given the money to you. Who is sensible on earth to get money, to give you part or to donate to you, and you get the money? Then the money you get, you will not say thank you to the person. Are you wise? So if the money got to my end, no matter what, I would have picked up a phone or tell the person right in my presence to give you a call for me to say thank you. But the money never got to me. Recently, somebody sent $3,000 from America to the brother to be given to me. And the brother fabricated a story and told the brother in America that he has given me the money. And he said, the way I am with OPATAFUOR, under no circumstance would you give him this money and he will not tell me. So he was bothered for about 3 weeks. Then he said, Papa, I'm trying to greet you. I'm the one who sent my brother to give you that $3,000. Then I was like, hey, this hard time, who has given me $3,000? No, I have not received any money of that sort. So I did a voice note telling the guy that, sorry, I have not received any amount of that sort. So please check it very well. Maybe you send it somewhere. You sent it somewhere. So you just check it. And then he tried questioning the brother, threatening the brother. And he said, when the money came, he was going through hardship and he was under pressure. He has gone to done something and then they were pressuring him. So he had to use the money to go and sort things out. Then he fabricated stories that he has given me the money. These things has happened to me several times. It has happened to me several times. They give money to people to come and give it to me. They spend the money and later tend to fabricate story that I have received the money. And you people are seeing me as ungrateful or evil. And I have kept quiet so long. So at times I don't care. I call my spirit and ask for money. He gives me, I move on. That is why I'm not bothered. I don't. Those of you who have been sending me mobile money, ask yourself, when the money comes, no matter what, once you tip me message, if I'm not online, when I see the message, I'll do a voice note or send you a message appreciating your effort. That is how it's supposed to be. But they have been doing that to me. So the only hope that is left for OPATAFUOR is me and my Messiah and my Father. So sometimes you don't know why OPATAFUOR behaves in that way. I'm telling you. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So please, if those treasurers, those secretaries, and church administrators of Zenith, you can go and show what we used to have at on every Sunday. You can go and show it to the people. You can go and show it to the people. If I'm lying, go and tell them. If I'm lying, go and tell them. So you see, God blesses, okay? God blesses. God blesses. He blesses people. And people don't have any idea how he blesses people. Sometimes my phone is not close to me. The very moment I get in touch with my phone, I'll go through the comment section and read the messages. And those of you who have sent me a message that you have sent me money, I will thank you. That is why sometimes some of you, your response delays for about 2-3 days. Now, somebody at the comment section says, Papa, please, sometimes we used to have as low as 800 Ghana cedis on Sunday. Then he knows what I'm talking about. Imagine a whole zenith of heaven's ministry. People will bath, come to church, and on Sunday, our offertory is 800 Ghana cedis. Then at the end of the month, I'll pay more than 10,000-15,000 Ghana cedis on light bill only. On light bill. Then the water bill, we have to find a way to facilitate it as well. So ask yourself, how have I been able to sustain myself? I have never gotten 3,000 or 4,000, 5,000 Ghana cedis on Sunday service. I have never, unless it's 31st, unless it is 31st, or some of you people, you give money to your siblings or family members to bring it to me. Then I receive it and say thank you to you. Then I go my way. Where do I get money to sustain myself? Ask yourself, if this guy doesn't have something, where do I get money to sustain myself? I am the only man of God that has thrown a challenge to the entire populace. If there is any record or any traces that I am involved in scamming or fraud, any fraudulent act concerning money, take me out, or let the Yoko fish me out. I have never blackmailed anybody for money. The little you send to me, I say thank you. The rest, I leave it to the senior most. I have 13 senior men. I have never indulged in any criminal act, like how these young guys have been arrested for money, scamming and stuff like that. I have never. There are some pastors who are part of it. It's just that they are solving their issues undertone. But I'm not part. I've never done that. So, where do I get things like this? Think. Tonight, I want to put something into your mind. Think. if I tell you that the blessings of the Lord is real, I'm not faking. I am throwing this challenge to everybody. Anybody who claims that OPATAFUOR has ever staged a false miracle, a false prophecy in a church, I have paid people to come and act like sick people, like how some Ghanaians, Nigeria, South African, Kenyan prophets have been doing. It's even worldwide. If I've ever done that, come out. Anybody that I have ever staged prophecy with, like how when I'm doing prophetic service, I'll mention your name, mention where you're coming from, and give you details, detail. If I've ever done any fake thing, like staging with somebody, come out. Don't sit there for me to brag. Come out and say it. Say it that, OPATAFUOR, you're a fake person. You contracted me to come and give false testimony. Like how some of these pastors, they pay people who are physically challenged. They bring them to their TV station and pretend as if they are praying for them. Then they tell you, people who are watching them, that they are praying for them. They will take them outside the country to go and perform some miracle signs and wonders and stuff like that. Then you never see them again. They pretend to give them 1,000 Ghana, 2,000 Ghana cedis. Then they go behind those and take the money from them. There are so many pastors who intentionally give money to those people just for camera essence. After that, they go behind us and take it from them. If there is anybody who claims that I have ever given the person a gift and I have taken it back, come out and say it. Apart from one junior pastor of mine that I gave a car, and then he went about, discussing me badly, trying to heal all forms of falsehood on me. He was leveling false charges and stuff against me. So I felt, why would I do good to you? And then you will be destroying my image because you want to establish yourself. You want to establish your own church. So you go behind me, be calling my church members, and then at the end of the day, you sabotage me to the church members. So I have to order him to bring the car. That is the only thing that I've done. I've never given any blessing to anybody and requested it back. When you see anything that I have shown publicly, it is real. That is me. I gave him a car. Then he was messing up with me. He thought he was equal to me. So I wanted to teach him a lesson. And prove to him that I'm the one who made him whom he is. So I took the car from him and proved to him. And I said to him that for pushing me to that verge, he will parade himself in ministry and he will never become successful till the day he kicks the bucket. And since from that day, he has been wandering about like the wandering duke of the air. And he can never do ministry and become successful. That is the ministry. That is what I have cursed him with. And I'm yet to see him break the curse. Then I'll shook him in the hands and tell him that you are giant. If he doesn't learn sense and turn on a new leaf for me to reverse the curse, he will walk in this world like that and die. He will suffer. And then his generation, because what I did against him, it goes on up to his third generation. So what he is going through, the child will go through the same thing, and another child will go through, and another child. I told him that I want to prove to you that I'm the one who made you whom you are. So if you dare me, I can burn you. And I didn't do that out of arrogance. I did that because he pushed me. And it is so painful to see somebody you have helped throwing tantrums and leveling false accusations against you, things you don't even know anything about, knowing fully well that they are the one who at fault, but they pretend to level false accusations against you. So I wanted to prove to him that as how Moses proved to Korah, Dathan, and Abiram that He is the one who made them as a prophet. I'm the one who made you. I'm the one who made you touch huge money. You have never touched huge money before. You have never stood on any big platform before. I'm the one who gave you that popularity so I can dry you up. You see, it says, Papa, please, I remember some time ago, it was Tuesday counseling session, and after service, you paid a lot of people, and remaining money was left with 150 cedis. I can come to church and donate everything. You see, these pastors, these so-called pastors who claim they were gifting people gifts, do you know what they did? They were cooking rice. They cook rice. And then, like jollof rice, even the jollof is not tasty. Then they put some queer one in a plastic. Then they give it to you. You see? But I am the one who brought sharing of rice in bag and in sacks. I'm the one who brought it in ministry. I have video evidence. I'm the one who shared over 2,000-3,000 bags of rice free for people. No pastor can do it. If you try it, you go bankrupt. No pastor can do it. If you try it, I'm telling you, you go bankrupt. I'm the one who brought sharing of cloth. I'm the one who could go to where they sell kente. OPATAFUOR, I'm the one who could go to where they sell kente, buy expensive kente, and share it to my church women. I share it to them. I give it to them as a gift. No pastor can try it. If you try that, you go bankrupt. Can you buy kente and be dashing your church members with it? Can you buy kente? Do you know the price of kente? Not that printed kente from China and stuff. This is a natural one, a one that was woven with the hands. I tell Mr. Osei, I wake up in the morning, then I tell Mr. Osei, drive me to where they sell kente, then I'll buy it. Then I'll come and give it to the women in the church, showing a sign of appreciation, their effort, coming to church to sweep there, making sure the church is neat at all times. I appreciate them. I use my own money. If you are a pastor and you try this, you go bankrupt, I'm telling you. So where do I get all these things? Where do I get all these things? I'm the pastor who started sharing Hollandia, Holland cloth, sharing it in the church. I share it and give it to people. I'm not going to use it for anything. I don't use it for anything. I'm not going to use. I give kente to men. I give kente to women. I'm the one who did that. So sit yourself down. An offertory of 800 Ghana cedis. An offertory of 800 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Can it facilitate all these things? Sit yourself down and ask. I have done everything to prove myself to you. It's just that petty jealousy and mere hatred is not making you see the realities on the ground, because it is OPATAFUOR. It is not your pastor, so it is OPATAFUOR with that. We don't agree with it. Once it didn't come from the corridors of your pastor, hey, your OPATAFUOR is nobody. Who is he? And that is the reality. Nobody. I'm the one who started giving people capital to go and establish themselves in a church. Nobody. If you're a pastor and you start settling your church members or people who are dear to you, giving them capital. If you start it, you go bankrupt in this country. You go bankrupt. I am the first pastor who is having a huge number of followers, a lot of people following him. I'm the first pastor who has a church, people who comes to church every now and then. Then I woke up one day and shut the church down. Everybody should go home. I'm the first pastor to tell my church members that they should look for any church that they deem it fit to go and affiliate themselves to, because I have shut down the church. I'm the only pastor who can shut down church. I don't care about tithe. I don't care about the Kofi Niyama. I don't care about offering. I don't care about anything. I actually shut down the church. I am that I am. I am that I am. And I will be whom I will be. You don't know. You think it is arrogance. You think it is disrespect. This guy is arrogant. You don't know what you're saying. I'm trying to tell you that Jesus said the same thing to the Pharisees when they started leveling him with all forms of accusation by telling Jesus, the Pharisees and Sadducees, they started leveling Jesus with all forms of accusations, and to an extent where they were telling Jesus to tell his followers to keep quiet, and that he told the people that even if you silence these people, I'll cause the stones to sing praises. I'm telling you that if Jesus becomes paramount in your life, if the Messiah becomes your share, if the Father becomes your head, you will never go dry. The expectation of the righteous shall never be cut off. Do you understand that particular statement? The expectation of the righteous shall never be cut off. Do you understand that particular statement? I closed the church on the 29th of December. When I actually shut the church, there were a lot of members in the church. I can show it to you. I shut my church for about 1 year and I opened the church. Still, people were coming from left, right, center. That day I couldn't. I have shut the church again. I want to prove something. I want to throw a signal to some of you people, telling you my real identity and who I am. I have been blessed beyond measures. I don't talk. I don't talk. Mukasa. Mukasa. I have a spirit who grants you the opportunity to acquire properties. The Lord gave me a spirit. And then he said to me that this spirit I have ordained in his jurisdiction to grant you the authority to acquire property just like that. When people are weeping and complaining, I'm always laughing. Yes, that is me. I'm always laughing. I don't care. Me. Nipa ni mi tirimu adwene. Nipa ni mi suban. Uni mi suban. Radi. Uni mi. Said ya mi siti here. The power to acquire a land. Some of you don't have power to acquire a land. That is why when you buy the land, you can't develop it. That is why when you buy the land, the king you bought the land from will go behind you and resell the land again. You will probably buy a land that has a lot of troubles. But with the case of this particular angel, he will scout things out and tell you the land which is being auctioned. People who have got cases at the court and they are selling their properties. This particular spirit will link you to them. You buy it on a safer way. We have been doing it. Buying lands, buying houses. We do all these things in secrecy. I don't show it to you people. So sometimes, because I've been wearing one attire for the same video shoot, you think, oh, this guy, he doesn't have anything. He has now gotten some chicken change in his hands and he's trying to bluff. Who told you that? Who on earth is as daft an idiot to take all the money in his bank account to come and shoot a video with it? Who is that stupid? Who is that fool to do that? Who is that fool to take all the money that he has in his bank account to come and shoot video with it? Huh? I just pick, some chicken changes, and then I feel like showing it to you to motivate you and tell you that you can also make it. Then I do it and go my way. It doesn't mean that the money I show to you on our 48 months to paradise, that's all the money that I have. A whole OPATAFUOR with this chicken change as my net. Then I'm not worth to be celebrated. I don't know what I'm doing on earth. No, this is a mere chicken change, a mere sometimes 1 month or 2 months generation or 3 weeks generated liquid asset from the corridors of power. Then I just show it to you and go my way. After that, I throw it off and then move on. I don't even remember it. Sometimes some of you have to remind me of certain things before I'll come out. You don't know life. You think I'm doing showing off, right? I'm showing you off. You don't know what you're saying. You see, you don't know life. Some of you don't know the realities on the ground. So in your mind, what you were made to believe, that's what you have kept on. You are holding on tight on what you have been made to believe. So every now and then you goes about believing in nonsense. Who told you the Lord cannot bless you? Have you asked yourself why some people will acquire a land and they can't develop on the land? Have you asked yourself why some people will purchase a land and they can't develop the land? Have you asked yourself those questions? Have you asked yourself some people will live in this world and then at the end of the day they can't even buy a land? Even if they will buy a land, it is some mere 10,000, 20,000 chicken change land. And that place is at the bush. You can't live on the main road, or you can't buy a land which is probably worth just $200,000-$300,000. You can't buy it. Have you asked yourself why you don't have that particular strength? Have you asked yourself why there had not been any increment in your life? You need powers, and the powers are there. Some of you went to buy farmland, and the person who sold it to you encouraged you that very soon this place will become a city, and you believe it, and then you paid the money and left. You flew to America, Canada, Germany, Italy, Spain, and when you are there, you think you have a land. By the time you return, the land has already been resold to another Alaji, and when you mess up with the Alaji, he will gun you down. You don't know. The Lord gave me a key. A key fell from heaven into my hands, and he said, this key, now the key is 7 with 7 notches. Then they told me that This is the key that will grant you access to all doors. And I thought the key was an ordinary key until the key decided to speak. That is where I realized that it wasn't an ordinary key, but this particular key is the key that will grant you access to doors, that will grant you access to acquire properties, buildings, lands, cars. All these things are keys, and I can hand it over to anybody that I found wealthy. I can use this same key to bless anybody, and the key will appear spiritually to you. Okay, say nyamesom na amesom no. Nyamesom say sa nyamesom tan na ebi ma ya azan ya no ka ni bi na amesom. Now, some of you people, I have once told you that I have actually given you a particular words to say regarding a great white hair, like an old man who has a complete gray hair on his head. And I'll tell you to say certain things. Now, this particular spirit, you don't know what he can do. This great white hair, this particular spirit, if I give you the keys and informs him that you will call him, so he should respond to you, you don't know what he can do. This spirit, he can grant you instant money. When you are selling something, he can cause people to come and buy it. He can make people to walk from somewhere to come and give you money you don't know anything about. I swear by my soul, this particular spirit, he can cause people from somewhere to come and give you something you don't have any idea. He can transfigure into human form and give you something that you don't even have any idea. Some of you people, I have been telling you that rise up at midnight and say this and say that regarding a certain old man who has beards and great white hair. He is one of the 24 elders, and he is fucking loaded with money. He gives wealth instantly. Like when he tells you this, tomorrow that, it happens. So I'll say, and then Namibia, Namibia is shra, Yanko Pondier, Mitimiti, a softly being sent some Namibia is shra, Namidia Nwania Brabotini, and not that I say, Abrabono, and her. Have you encountered this spirit that I'm talking about? Have you encountered this particular spirit? Have you encountered this particular spirit before? He grants instant blessings. You see, all these angels or these spirit beings that I'm talking about, they don't care whether you are a fornicator, you are adulterer or whatever. They don't care. Riches, wealth, prosperity has nothing to do with sex or going to have sex with somebody. They don't care. I can make you go and have match. After the match, I can grant you access that go and do this, do that. This will come. Unless maybe the person that you are going to engage in that sexual affairs with, maybe the person carries an evil spirit and I don't like the spirit. With that, I will not grant you access, or I will not tell the spirit to visit you. When I don't like the person, or the person literally has an evil spirit, I will not grant you. Apart from that, there is no blessings of the Lord that requires you to stay away from sexual intercourse. No, apart from maybe operating in certain dimensions and realm, this is where it requires certain things. Apart from that, have you asked yourself why Solomon was a fornicator, was having so many wives, so many girlfriends, but yet still he was blessed? Have you asked yourself why King David at a day he was having 10 concubines, 10 girlfriends, when Absalom decided to snatch King David's girlfriends? Bible says that Absalom slept with 10 girlfriends of his in a day. So imagine Absalom being able to sleep with 10 girlfriends of Solomon. So sorry, 10 girlfriends of David. How many girlfriends was David having? Ask yourself this question. If David's son Absalom was able to lure 10 of David's girlfriends to have sex with, search it online, search it, type it and say maybe Absalom sleeping with David 10 girlfriends. They will give you the quotation. Read it if I am lying. So it means David was having girlfriends, but why was the Lord blessing him? Genesis 25, Abraham was having so many girlfriends, but Abraham was being blessed by the Lord every now and then. Blessings kept on flowing. So what happened? So me, I don't have my blessings. The blessings doesn't have anything to do with you have gone to have sex. You can't be blessed. That rubbish is not part of me. The covenant I have supersedes those things. It supersedes those things. Unless maybe you have slept with a man or a woman who has evil spirit. My covenant supersede doggy. My covenant supersede Chinese styles in bed. My covenant supersede that. When it comes to money, I have been wired in a special way. So you don't say you have gone to receive some doggy or whatever, so the money will stop flowing. It must mean it doesn't happen like that. I don't care your doggy style. When I say I like you, I want to bless you, I want to prosper you, there's nothing like doggy or whatever. My dear me. Now, and kawe ye bema sikana ope bebe no nko abetimi edi. Yeah? I just saw this can be creating youth employment. I have a spirit. They granted me a spirit who always see to it that I transact safely, fair trade. That is why you can't cheat me in business. Majority of you, the people, they lure you, deceive you, and take your money from you. Somebody will come in a sheep form, but within the person, they are wolves. Then they pretend to come with good character, good appearances. Then they deceive you. The very moment I want to enter into Kwaja Piasante say youth employment too. Yes. You need to do youth employment. Only the gurus will understand what I'm saying. The big men in this country, the rich men, they have been doing youth employment because they cannot enjoy the money alone. Oh, it sounds good. It sounds good. Okay. Now, the very moment I want to enter into business, this spirit will draw my attention, whether it is fake. So if you are going to buy a land, if you are going to buy something, this spirit will draw your attention. I wasn't having this spirit at first, but when I wasn't having it, when you go with good conscience to enter into business, they will trick you, take your money, and then you go bankrupt. And then they granted me access to this particular spirit beings. Now he is a luminous being, and the body of this particular luminous being is full of scales, and that scales is glittering, and you see tendering, lightning strikes emanating from that of his entire body. It is not like that. It is not like that. All right. Oh my goodness. Some of you, they granted me a spirit being, and then he says, this spirit being will establish you. They said, this particular spirit being will help you to sustain you so that you don't go bankrupt. Some of you, you get $10,000 today, tomorrow you are bankrupt. You get $20,000 today, tomorrow you are bankrupt. Your life has always been on and off. When I give you this spirit, no on and off, no doom saw in your finances. Some of you, you have too much doom saw in your finances. And that has been sustaining me. I don't even request. I don't say it. It keeps coming. It keeps flowing. Some of the people, they think you are online and every day people are sending you online. Hey, ask the people living in Germany, Italy, Spain, if that place has not become so hard. Ask those who are living in Canada if that place has not become hard. So if they are able to give you something, you don't expect them to be giving you every now and then, because they also have some responsibilities that they have to meet. They are calling them back home. They have utility bills. I learned, those of you who doesn't have houses in America or Canada or Germany or Italy or UK, house rent is killing you people. The other time somebody was telling me, house rent, utility bills is killing you people over there. So it's not every time that somebody can be giving you something. But those who will remember you, they can't be remembering you on every month. There are few who can do that, but it is not easy for them. And maybe OPATAFUOR TV, I have a project, I have something to accomplish, I have something to fulfill. What else do I do? Unless I turn to these spirit beings and tell them, I need money. I need money. So sometimes I don't bother you people living in abroad so much, because I know you have a lot of responsibilities to attend to. But the people in this country, they think every morning I am there holding a phone like this and money is coming. My brother, you are a small boy. You don't know what it takes. This is to remind you that I have used my money to do campaign for NPP to go opposition. You see, because of that, I'm bankrupt. So I'm selling my properties. I'm selling my iPhone, okay? This is my iPhone. When your spirit leaves you, you go bankrupt. When your spirit leaves you, you go bankrupt. This is the fact. If you don't know, let me tell you. Now, this particular spirit who sustains me, do you know like how he appears? He appears like a tree. The other time I was there, countless of you people have sent me a message where people would say, Papa, I met you and you were standing at a tree. The tree you met me is not a normal tree. It is a tree that is an angel, a spirit being. And that particular spirit sustains me. He makes sure that I don't go bankrupt. Any evil spirit, any frivolous spirit that is being sent, or a beast being sent to attack me financially, this particular spirit being will fight off that particular spirit. So You can't hide at your corner, cast a spell, or conjure anything to make me go bankrupt. It is never done anywhere. My spirit will hunt you, come after you. All what you do to me will be boomerang. And that is it. And you tell me that there is no spirit. There is no spirit. The Lord doesn't bless with spirit. So in your mind, you think you are a medical doctor, you are a lecturer, you are a professor, you are whoever you think you are. In your mind, you think you can use your intellectualism, your intellectual prowess, your intellectual prowess, prowess, your intellectual prowess to make ends meet in your life. No. At the end of the day, you become a bankrupt, a tutor who is bankrupt. After practicing medicine, after practicing law, you become bankrupt. That is why all these legal luminaries and medical experts, they have gone to join secret society, because they know that they can't use their normal eyes to make it in life. You know, they have medical association, and that particular medical association, not the normal one, but a secret society that is meant for people of that type in the society. So there are so many medical doctors. I'm telling you, even if you are not part of the secret society and you need a license as a medical expert to operate on your private hospital on your own, they will not give it to you, because you don't have any affiliations with any secret society. They will not give it to you. So at the end of the day, what you basically feeds on is hand to mouth. What you be paid at the end of the month, and that is it all. And maybe you have a lot of responsibilities. You have children at the university, you have people to attend to, your cousins, your nephews, a few responsibility in the house. As a nurse, how much are you being paid? You need a spirit who will grant you access to some favors, some fortunes, some breakthroughs, or else you remain broke. Wow, they are all sitting. Now, there is a spirit being the Lord grants me, and sometimes he normally comes in the form of a farmer. He can appear to you as a farmer wearing these Mexican hats. Then he will come and talk to you. He is so calm, but he is rich. He comes with investment opportunities. The very moment you see him, it means somebody will be calling you for an investment opportunity. So if I need an investment opportunity, I just have to call him, and once I call him, automatically he will grant me an investment opportunity. Any investment, maybe in the banking sector, in e-commerce, everywhere, he gives me that platform. He will tell you, do this. He can even give me a number of an unknown person. Call this person. He or she is called this. Say that. After saying all these things, then that is the favor. You don't have anything. You think now, Pastor Jima, he says, Papa, most of the times I have been seeing an old man who comes like a farmer wearing that Mexican hat, like how these Rodrigos, the Santiagos, then the Rosalindas and the Fernando Jose's, they have been wearing. Now, Pastor Jima has been seeing this particular spirit being. And then he comes in and then tells me, Papa, I've seen this type of spirit being. And I'll just be looking at him. He grants investment opportunity. That's what he does. Do you know the reason why You have never had any successful investment opportunity because you don't have any power. So no investment opportunity for you. I can tell you, we are on the 9th spirit, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th. Huh? So the Lord blesses, okay? The Lord blesses. Don't go and kill anybody. Don't go and join any secret society and sell your soul in the name of money. A printed paper. Because of money, you want to go and kill your father. You want to go and kill your mother. You want to go and they will give you in Sukankan. You don't kobo so in Suni a diama wa dware ne gongomi nyina wo nsuoni. Ene kura na mempe. Malam na okoye ne kura na konfo na akoro no kura already ne sen apro. Onye scan to paste we say ono so obemu ayeyi. Na wa mo watwitwa nwan na odi bia wo fufu adi no enjoy life no to no asere ne senso. Eden ade bia akwase abebadwom. Ontimi ma wonye yie bibia ni onimu abi ade boaw. Masa onimu abi ade boaw. Onimu abi ade boaw. Me OPATAFUOR me say, a time is coming you will not hear from me again. And that time is very near. Obeko boso abosomfie ni akonfufie ni ahye nsuo kan ensuo ni bon ni aka kiro se fadware udi dware abeye na wahu sika epe kankan da sika perfume nti saade na de dware nkora che se wunye yie fresh guy like OPATAFUOR, you give me in Sukankan to bath so that I'll get money. What money do I need? In Sikabe pa nti pa. I just say because dware in Sukankan say. The yam yana say in suoni bi wo ha e bon wo se gongomi nyina wo. Ye twa moja gum ne ye de endubna ensuoni bon brutal ne ye de ama. Ye si dware bi na nom bi. Wow, na mo otum se ensuo ya konfo edi ma we ama ho bon ankasa. Enso so yesu be ye. Enti we ye du ye enti konfo na akọ no na ni we ye die we na enti na na mo ah we urade. Enti ayi yedie we enti na onam ho saa no enti we yedie ni nyina $1 million pe eni enti na ukoda abosomfie ho so many days no etwitwa akokọ ni nantwie no. Oh come on, really in fact emwa. My goodness. My goodness. You see, I have a spirit being. Huh? He protects your money from theft, fire, and foolish decisions that will take or drain you. That is what he does. He doesn't do anything. He protects you. And he is part of the management team who manages OPATAFUOR. If you are making any silly decision which will cost you to lose all your money, he will draw your attention and tell you this is a foolish decision. Stop it. Somebody has traveled to the northern sector. Obi oha wakoda esirem. Obi oha wakoda angunamam. wakodi be 3 days ebi akọ Benin akodi wo be 4 days abeya opetumi di abeya asole se ne beye nipa bepu adi nechi. This is madness. This is madness. You want crowd and you are in Benin. Some of you travel to Nigeria because you want money, because of money. Some of you go to South Africa. The Zulus and these people, they have some negative energy, black magicians and sorcerers over there. The Zangomes, you visit them. Some of these Zangomes, the painful aspect of it is that some of these Zangomes or fetish priests and priestess, when you go, they will chew you. You are conforming many be how kwa na wasa hwe guso. E ma bebre omuntimi nka no kore. Omako akonfobema ho ama akonfobema na hwe omo wasa life. Odi ne bosum na hwe we nko ba bia wasa life enye ye. You will not prosper too. You see the realities on the ground. God can give you clear and a transparent money without shedding any innocent blood. You don't have to go and kill somebody. You go and join a foolish secret society. They will tell you, go and bring a newborn baby. Go and be sleeping with a madman. Go and sleep at the cemetery. Go and look for, what do you call it? Water, the ice that has been melted from the body of a deceased person, somebody who has been taken from the mortuary newly. Go and get the ice block. It will melt into water. Then they will use the water to prepare a ritual or a charm for you. Some of you, you drink it. Some of you, you bath with it because of money. Master, you are suffering. You are suffering indeed. You are suffering. You are suffering. You see a mad woman who is pregnant. There was a mad woman at the Sofoli interchange. This lady was literally pregnant. And who got her impregnated? It is this rich men in the society who have their way out with her for rituals. And maybe they forgot to practice coitus interruptus. And then they ejaculated into the woman. Now she's pregnant. Who got her impregnated? It is this rich men in the society. They sleep with mad women just to sustain their wealth. Some of them, they buy the placenta of a woman. After a woman has finished giving birth, the placenta, these rich men, they buy it, prepare charms with it, and they eat it raw just to make money. This you see, these are all foolish things. These are all foolish things. I've never told anybody to go and bring anything of that sort for money. I have never told anybody to kill anybody. I have never told anybody to sacrifice his soul. Now, whom are you sacrificing your soul for? If I request for your soul, am I going to chew your soul? I don't chew souls. These are all evilness, dirty money. Huh? Now go to Bremen. You see a lot of boys, the game boys, they are sleeping at the cemetery. Horrible and terrible rituals. Some of you, they will tell you to go and catch somebody and cut the private parts. That is why you see somebody missing. By the time you find the person, some part of that body has been missing. Sometimes the private parts, the breast, the eye, the nose, the tongue. Why? Imagine you as a human being. Before the spirit will grant you money, you must bring one akosua kuma. Na one kwasia to me say, usimakoditi wo, kwasia to me fin say. I just say, koku oba, ne twa ne ba fabra, koku bema ne twa ne bema bra, ne yemfa nye nyankama de na odi a obenye sika. Odi agi say ye twitwa akosua kuma de gu plate so ma owe ansan wenye sika wo ye bonsam ana huhumfi be no. Odi agi say owe akosua kuma ansan wa ye. Hey. I have never done any of these things. Using somebody for ritual. Oh no, I've never done that. No, and I will never do that. You chew akosia kuma before your money will come. What bodam papa? Eja ariwi akosia kuma. Eja ariwi akosia kuma. You see, one thing that pains me a lot is this fetish priest and priestess. Once you pay a visit to them, you tend to become a drunkard because some of their spirits, they like alcoholic beverages too much. You see the fetish priest, he has smoked more than 3-4 packets of cigarettes and has drunk more than a gallon of appetition. Imagine a spirit of this type. When you bring this spirit in your house, no matter what, you will also become a drunkard. The devil doesn't have anything good. That is why you see some rich men, they can drink to stupor. They drink all day long. They drink all day long because you think they are drinking for fun. But the spirit they are serving authoritates them to be drinking alcohol every now and then. They drink alcohol at all times. Skafu owo Ghana dodo na omo brosa anya bibia tumi ni omo tishisha ase no enye kurankura tumi ni mo omo brosa enti buru ho adwuma nko na omo ye tumi ni kura omo no saa na tie. The more they get drunk, the more their money will come. Minister of Akosua Kuma Affairs, we dey just say Akosua Kuma ansan wa ye usika. Yeah? Unless you chew akosia kuma. How does it taste when you are chewing the akosia kuma? And imagine if you are being caught and they ask you, what are you chewing? You tell the person, I'm chewing Yaya's akosia kuma. How does it taste? Minister of chewing. Kwasiya tumi sa. And then they will frame up a story and make you believe that the Lord cannot bless you. Of recent, I've been seeing and hearing a music surfacing on the internet, especially on TikTok, where the guy is saying that clean money doesn't come big and big money doesn't come clean. I say, you are mad. You are mad. Who told you that? So are you trying to tell us that before you get big money, you should dirty yourself? Are you trying to tell us that we must kill, we must shed an innocent blood before we get big money? Is that what you are telling us? They are trying to drag your mind. They are trying to drag your mind. They are trying to put something in you of which it is not. They are trying to put something in you of which it is not. How many men did Abraham sacrifice before becoming rich in the sight of God? Do you know the number of people who were rich before Abraham came onto the scene? Good night. God bless you. If anybody tells you there is no spirit to bless, that person is a lie. I'm telling you, I can bet you on this. Who told you the Lord cannot bless you? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that the Lord cannot bless you? Who said that? Bye bye.